Have you ever walked through a night so black you couldn't see the ground beneath your feet? A night where every step feels like a mistake. Every breath feels like a battle? That was my life not long ago. A knight, sworn to protect, sworn to serve, but also a man, flawed and burdened. The armor on the outside may have shone bright in the sun, but beneath it, I was crumbling. There was a time when I believed the darkness had won. The kingdom I served fell under siege. Enemies came, not only from without, but from within. Betrayal twisted its knife, carving deep wounds into my heart. I fought fiercely, yet the more I swung my blade, the more I felt like I was drowning. When the final battle came, I failed to protect those I had sworn to defend. The cries of my people haunted my dreams, their faces etched into my mind like ghostly reminders of my inadequacy. I remember kneeling in the chapel ruins, my sword shattered beside me, my hands trembling as I clenched the earth. I whispered, "Why, Lord? Why place me here, only to watch me fail? Why let the shadows take everything I fought for?" I sat there for hours, waiting for an answer that didn't come. The silence was deafening. It felt like I had been abandoned, not just by God, but by hope itself. But in the days that followed, something began to stir in my heart. It wasn't a flash of lightning or a divine voice from the heavens. It was a whisper, a gentle reminder. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:5. I carried those words with me. At first, I didn't fully understand them. What light? Where was it in the ruin of my failure? But as I continued to walk through that long night of the soul, I realized something. The light wasn't about me. It wasn't about my strength or my ability to fight. It was about my willingness to stand, even when it felt like I had nothing left. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're fighting a battle you can't win? Maybe it's not swords and shields like mine. Maybe it's the weight of expectations you can't meet, the pain of rejection, the loneliness that creeps in when no one else is looking. You've tried, haven't you? You've put on a brave face, just like I did. You've fought to keep the pieces of your life together, but inside you feel like you're falling apart. I know that feeling, and I know how tempting it is to give in, to let the darkness swallow you whole. But listen to me. You were not made to be consumed by shadows. You were made to shine in them. The Bible says, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden." Matthew 5:14. Even when you feel like your light is dim, like it's flickering and about to go out, it still cuts through the dark. You see, I've learned something about light. It doesn't have to be overwhelming to make a difference. When I was in that chapel, broken and lost, I thought I needed to be a blazing fire to matter. But the truth is, even the smallest flame can guide someone through the night. Even the faintest glow can remind someone, yourself included, that the darkness doesn't last forever. Let me tell you what happened after that battle. I returned to the ruins of the village I had failed to protect. At first it felt like a punishment, like I was walking through my own shame. But as I stood there, surrounded by rubble, I saw something I hadn't noticed before. A child's candle left behind in the chaos. Somehow it had stayed lit. That tiny flame in the middle of so much destruction reminded me of the light that John spoke of, the light that cannot be overcome. It was a sign, a reminder that even in my failure, hope wasn't lost, and neither is it lost for you. I know what you're thinking. But you don't know my battles. You don't know my pain. You're right, I don't. But I know this. The same God who carried me through my darkest days will carry you through yours. The same light that shone for me will shine for you. The Bible doesn't promise an easy road. It doesn't say you'll never face darkness, but it does promise that you won't face it alone. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23:4. So, what do you do now? You stand, not because you feel strong, but because you know that even in your weakness you have a strength greater than yourself. You let your scars remind you of what you've survived, not what you've lost. You let your light shine, even if it's just a flicker, because someone out there is searching for it. And when the darkness whispers that you're not enough, when it tells you to give up, you whisper back, "The darkness has not overcome me," because it hasn't, and it won't. So, my friend, as you walk through your battles, whatever they may be, remember this: you are not alone. You are not defeated. And your light, no matter how small it feels, is brighter than you know. Shine in the dark. Shine for yourself. Shine for those who can't. Because everything you've been through has prepared you for this moment. And because God's light, the one that shines in you, will never fade.